Welcome to 17 Balls, where freedom starts with your next move. Today's video, we'll be talking about Zone 2 and just how much is enough. So let's get into it. Sunday, August 2nd. Little morning recovery ride, probably about 7:30. It's going to be warm today. That's why I want to get my ride done early. Not only that, these nice summer warm days. Morning, fresh air always feels great. Today I want to talk about how much Zone 2 do you actually really need? I get that asked a lot from a lot of buddies I ride with, and honestly it depends what goals you're after. I did a video where you can get away with a kind of like an hour, maybe a little over an hour of Zone 2, and it'll stimulate your fitness. So it just depends what goals you're after, right? Myself, I like to ride motocross. That's something that requires high fitness. Means you gotta be really good in shape. So I do anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours of Zone 2 during the week. But it's just because, like I said, the sport activity I'm doing is high intensity. So it requires a lot of fitness. In Zone 2, that builds your engine, right? So you don't get tired. So anybody else, if you just want to get a quick Zone 2 ride in, I think with an hour you should be sufficient. Again, you just got to look at hopefully you get a watch. Kind of went over this in my video. Get a watch, heart rate monitor, find your baseline, and then just start looking at your numbers, right? Your training effects. I believe training effect 1 is just for straight recovery. When you get to 2, you're just maintaining your fitness, right? I think above 2.5, you start slowly stimulating your fitness, improving. So anything above 2.5, you're improving your Zone 2. But if you're just starting, like I said, I just start out maybe hour rides and just see how you feel and gradually increase. Like I said, I do a lot of them because my passion. I love riding dirt bikes. And like I said, it's a high intensity sport. It requires a lot of fitness. Not only that, I love mountain biking too. And I just enjoy pushing myself, making myself fitter. I just wish I would have learned all this when I was younger. I'm 50 now, but I still feel young. I still feel great. I feel like I'm 30. But yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, it's a little bit on Zone 2 there for you. I'll show you later in the video what my ride was yesterday. I went up to this park. I did about 4 motos. It pretty much drained me. If you look at the recovery numbers when I was done, holy smokes, I was drained. So I feel like I got hit by a truck. So today, just gonna do a Zone 1 recovery ride. Get the blood flowing in my legs, flush out the lactate, minimize the soreness. I feel good throughout the day, at least feel better. I'm still gonna be fatigued pretty bad. I'll probably do a little over an hour, maybe close to 2 hours. Like I said, I love these mornings where it's just cool, brisk air, but you can tell sun's out and it already feels warm. It's gonna be warm today, so I just want to take advantage and get a ride in. Not only that, it's just nice to be out. Then I got my clip-on pedals finally. Kind of nice. I haven't ridden clip-ons in a long time. I bought the SP8100s Shimano's. They're actually adjustable cleats, or adjustable pedals for your cleats. Pretty awesome. I've never ridden with adjustable pedals. My last set were Crank Brother egg beaters. God, those are hard to get used to because you can't adjust the tension. So you really had to plan your exits, your exit strategy, or you're falling on your face. These are amazing though. Holy smokes. I'll stop a little later and show you guys.
but they got settings. You just open them up opposite clockwise with the Allen key all the way, and that's like the least tension. And then I tried that first, and then I went back to I did one click in from the furthest open position. That seems to work perfect. It's like just enough to keep my shoes snug, and it's pretty easy to unclip. If you get any like oh shit moments, you can just, you know, force your shoe out, your cleat out of the pedal. Works kind of nice. So yeah, these have been pretty amazing, and so much better than riding. Oh my god, I used to ride in flats. My feet, I don't know if you remember the last video, my toes were starting to get numb from pressing on the cleats. Not on the cleats, on the flat pedals. You know, they got the little gripper spikes. It's making my feet go numb. But yeah, amazing pedals, especially for like these Zone 2 rides. Just make it a nice, enjoyable ride. A little easier. But yeah, so don't be afraid. You know, once you start getting acclimated and doing your Zone 2 rides, start off with half hour, 40 minutes, what you feel comfortable with. The main thing is find your baseline Zone 2, right? That's like the hardest part. Once you figure that out, I kind of went over that in another video too. Once you figure that out, then you just start enjoying your rides. Start doing your Zone 2s. Do a couple during the week or the weekends, whenever you can fit them in. Or if you got a lot of time, I'm jealous. I wish I could get more Zone 2 rides in. Especially if you can do it in the morning, pull it off. Then you got the whole day to recover. And then at night too. So that recovery's huge. The quicker you can recover, the quicker you can get back out and ride and build that fitness. And once you get your fitness up, man, you'll feel unstoppable. You'll really start smiling and grinning. It's a good feeling. So yeah, Zone 2 rides. So never, just make sure you do just enough to simulate your fitness. If you do little short rides, 30 minutes, you're not going to do nothing, unfortunately. It's not even enough to maintain your base fitness. Maybe if you're out of shape, I could see that. You've never done it, right? You're just getting into it and you're probably out of shape. You're trying to get into shape. It might stimulate something, but I think if your level of fitness is up there, you know, you're intermediate, or how would I say it? There's what, beginner, novice, intermediate, and kind of professional, elite, right? So if you're beginner, I'm sure it probably would. But once you start getting a novice, intermediate, half hour's not gonna do anything. You gotta at least do it upwards of an hour, at least on a bicycle. If you're running, I don't know, that might be different. Or rowing, again, that's totally different too. Using a lot more muscle, a lot more body parts. But yeah. Okay, so these are my pedals I was talking about. SP 8100s. So this is the Allen key. You can see that there. You see the little lines. Opposite clockwise opens it all the way, less tension. Clockwise, more tension. So I went all the way open, rode it, went back, get one click in, because one was just a little loose in there, and one click keeps it snug. And yeah, these pedals are awesome. Okay, I should have did this so much long ago, such a long time ago. So much better than the stem egg beaters. But yeah, these are my pedals. I'm pretty happy with them. Really easy to, like I said, to clip in and clip out. Right there, just clipped in, clipped out. Super easy, like that. Done. So if you're looking for pedals, try them. These are awesome.
Okay, so these were my numbers after my moto day yesterday, which was, as you can see, 11%. I pretty much drained myself. And you can see the recovery there, 90 hours just to recover. So that just gives you an idea of the intensity of motocross. Okay, and this is the morning. I woke up, so a little bit better, 38% now. So yeah, this is before my ride. And then after my ride is here. So here's the chart my watch uses, Coros. I know Garmin, other Polar, other applications probably use different charts, but I think they're all pretty similar. So I know earlier I said 2.5 would be improving, so it's actually 3.0 and above is improving. So yeah, and that usually ends up being about an hour, just for reference. So this is one of my rides from last week. I increased the volume. I did almost a 3 hour ride, as you can see here. Okay, so here are the recovery numbers for that ride. 59 hours for full recovery. So just remember, the longer the zone 2 ride, the more recovery you're going to need. So just remember that. But the benefits are going to be huge. Okay, guys, so there you got it. Zone 2, just how much to do. It all varies what you're after, right? If you just want to stimulate fitness, I think you can get away with 1 hour. You will stimulate fitness. But if you're after a sport, trying to increase your fitness capacity, then start increasing it. As you can see, I slowly started increasing mine. I was doing an hour after work, and then I'd do an hour and a half. Then I started doing 2 hours. And you'll see your body will start absorbing everything, and you'll start doing longer rides. And that's because you're just going to be getting fitter. So, yeah, that's all I got, guys. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.